Chosen Viper, right here, right now. How y'all doing? I've been doing alright. Good. I know you probably all see that show I do on YouTube, and it's very interesting, as what you all might say. But now, first of all, I'd like to talk about this penny right here. First of all, what exactly is a penny? It may be only a device that our actual minds would see it, but in other words, it would only be an object of something more. First of all, is it really only 1 cent? Or do we only call it to make it more than 1 cent? Do we only call it 1 cent because we choose to call it like that? Or because that's what it really is worth? Well, yes, it might be exactly what it's worth, or could our only mind see it as worth something else? Well, there was something more that I thought about. I only thought about the actual life that what you would see it would only be something more than life itself. First of all, we are only able to legitimately achieve something more valuable than life itself. But that goal to find it is to only work for it. But exactly how much work should we get in order to make a living, in order to find that place out there? That's beyond the stars, or something that you would only see in a magazine. There are plenty of magazines or really books that I've never read, but according to how I only view things, I mostly find out what I choose to view is the only critique of actual filming. That's why I use this to actually think of my minds of how I'm going to actually shoot something, but mostly how I should shoot it. But in ways of how I can shoot it would only matter about how I can write it or really direct it. And that's really the only kind of point that I'm trying to make here. But the bigger point I'm trying to get here is actually what's out the window. We look outside out the window and probably see maybe trees, the sun, or the birds, and anything, as well as much other objects that might be out there. But are they really out there, or is our mind only telling us that they are out there? And could we be seeing something else? But to another extent, if a tree falls in the woods, is there anyone around to hear it? Even if it does make a sound? Well, of course, there are the Chuck Norris facts saying that Chuck Norris would always hear a tree if it fell in the woods. Because he is super. He's God among men. But yeah, I must be getting ahead of myself. In other words... oh yeah, here. Could this really be a maze? Or is it really just a simple toy with beads in it? All these beads must represent something. But what do they represent? They would only represent something that we would only see it represents? Or could it represent a marble, amongst many other marbles? You might want to think about that. But yeah, probably could be getting ahead of myself, in other words. And I see that Slugfest Wizard has, on the other hand, posted a lot of other UFC videos, or the reviews about the UFC to tribute. And that's very fine. It's very good. Well, I better head on out now. But I will be back soon to talk about more elaborate stuff, about more things that our souls would really see them to be it. The whole objective of life is to express yourself and find out what you're good at. And yeah, so I will do the same.